Back home, the government's financial accounts are reliable and the public's money is fully accounted for and in safe hands. That's according to the unmodified audit opinion in the latest report by the Auditor-General's Office, or AGO. Deputy Prime Minister Tharman Shanmugatnam made this point in Parliament today. He was responding to questions on the AGO's report, which was released last month and which found several lapses in public sector entities.
Mr. Tharman Shanmugatnam, who's also Finance Minister, explained that there are two types of audit conducted annually by the Auditor-General's Office, or AGO. The first is a financial statements audit. The AGO checks if the government financial statements have been prepared in accordance with the law. The audit covers the accounts of all public sector agencies. The second type of audit is a selective audit, which conducts checks on selected individual public agencies for compliance with rules and procedures and also on internal controls. Mr. Tharman said that for the government financial statements, the AGO has given an unmodified audit opinion. This is the same as in the previous years.
That is to say, the government financial statements containing accounts of the ministries, departments and organs of state are reliable and public funds are properly accounted for. The same is true for the statutory boards, all of which received an unmodified audit opinion from their respective auditors for the financial year 2014-2015.
In this year's round of selective audit of public agencies, the AGO identified lapses in some agencies. They were over administration of grants, management of procurement or revenue contracts, management of contract variations and related party transactions. Mr. Tharman said all the agencies involved have conducted their own investigations into the lapses and that except for one audit finding concerning an agency's procurement of event management services, all the other audit findings in this year's AGO report were not repeat lapses. Mr. Tharman said each agency takes every lapse seriously and ensures improvements are made promptly. All the AGO's audit findings are looked into by the heads of the respective agencies. In the case of ministries, this is the permanent secretary. Any suspicion of corruption or fraud is referred promptly to the police and investigated thoroughly. As for statutory boards, their audit findings and any further investigations are reviewed by their respective supervising ministries. In terms of this year's report, Mr. Tharman said that where lapses were found, steps have been taken to improve procedures and oversight. This includes closer monitoring by supervisors and internal auditors, improved internal guidelines for officers, enhanced IT systems to enable better tracking, and developing fund administration guidelines for management of program vendors. Officers responsible for the lapses were taken to task.
Except for one case in the latest AGO findings, which has been referred to the police for further investigation, all the other cases were due to administrative or procedural lapses. These were mainly due to a lack of knowledge, carelessness, or poor supervision. But even where there is no evidence of fraud or corrupt intent, an officer may face serious disciplinary action, such as having his salary increment withheld and being debarred from promotion for a few years.
The Deputy Prime Minister said any AGO audit must be expected to turn up lapses and oversights, and even with the best systems in place, human lapses do occur. What's key, he said, is in maintaining a sensible balance of rules so that the system is not weighed down and to take the necessary actions when lapses do occur. The Singapore government ranked third globally and came in tops in Asia in the latest Global Competitiveness Report for the least corruption in the economy. Mr. Tharman said this could be attributed to clear and strict laws imposed by the government on all business dealings and transactions.